All right, so real quick, eyewitness testimony. This is going to be a quick little video about eyewitness testimony, and then we're going to go on from there.
Criminal cases often rely on eyewitness testimony. Sometimes it's the most damning evidence. But how reliable is it? See for yourself. Time for your culprit. If you said any of these suspects, you were wrong. As is sometimes the case, no one in this lineup was the perp. For those that got it wrong, what happened? Did you just forget your glasses?
Well, there are lots of psychological phenomena involved. Mistaken identification tends to result in the person actually believing and developing a memory that's consistent with the person they identify.
So we trick ourselves into believing something that's based off an already unreliable memory. This happens a lot.
We actually have three kinds of evidence gathered over the years indicating that mistaken identification is relatively common. One is lab studies where we create events and have people try to identify from lineups. Another is field studies where we examine how often witnesses pick fillers out of lineups in multiple cases. And then the third is DNA exonerations, where we know that 3 out of every 4 of the DNA exonerations involved mistaken eyewitness identification.
So if eyewitness testimony seems to be so unreliable, why use it?
We need eyewitness identification evidence. Eyewitnesses often get it right. We just want to make sure that we do things to increase that likelihood that they're getting it right, minimize the mistakes, and catch those mistakes when they do occur.
It sounds like eyewitness testimony isn't leaving the justice system. So what's being done to fix this crucial form of evidence?
We've developed ways to improve how lineups are done so we reduce the chances of mistake in the first place. And then also we've been looking at what we call markers of mistaken identification. At the time of identification, there are a number of behavioral cues that witnesses give off, or indicators. For example, they're slower to make the identification. They tend to compare one person to another, and they do so with a lower level of confidence at the time of identification. Capturing those is very important.
So the system can be improved upon based on this behavioral research. What actions are police departments taking?
They have actually begun to use this research to good effect. There have been reforms made in a number of states that are based on this new science. The science can be integrated at the level of working with police so that they collect and preserve eyewitness evidence in ways that are more pristine. And it can work to inform the courts about how they can make decisions about whether an eyewitness is reliable or not.
All right. So today, you guys are going to be doing a webcast so that you can get a little bit more background information on eyewitness testimonies and forming your own opinions about it. To the notes part, although this topic is highly debatable, most states have accepted that eyewitness accounts are flawed science and do not allow a person to be convicted based solely on eyewitness account. Now, this is now. Back then, they used to, and you're going to learn a little bit more about that in the next coming week. However, police officers, investigators still use eyewitness accounts to produce leads that can help to gain additional evidence that can be used to convict a suspect. So it's still used, just like the guy says, it's still used. It can help lead to clues, to perpetrators, to other eyewitnesses, people that can help. All right. So that's it for the notes. Real quick, real sweet. Hop on the web quest, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get a hold of me. Use class tag, use email, and I will get back as soon as possible. Besides that, I hope you guys have a great day.